just after 6 months, I landed in Canada to start my business in financial planning and investment consultancy in Canada. So long association and congratulations for pulling it off last calendar party. I've been reading about all the stuffs, on internet and websites, and the number of people who participate in your event is simply fantastic. Congratulations. So we need to have a lot of when Kanak asked me to give this presentation, and I looked on the itinerary, and then I called him up, and then I saw the lunch in between, and as my friend Ranveer said, and I want to tell you, Kanak, that the performance guarantee, the performance and the objective you expect my presentation to happen is not guaranteed if my presentation is after the lunch. So I will do my best because, and I say this because in one of the presentation I did in Chennai for one of the companies who invited me there, I was horrified and terrified to know that from the airport I straight away landed to the presentation hall to find all the invitees were having lunch. And this is the first time ever in my life, a presentation was supposed to be given by me, and then the whole crowd came and they had lunch first and then they attended the program. And then I said then and there, Mr. So-and-so, the performance guarantee will not be there. You are doing this program at your own risk. So I know because being a participant, after lunch is very, very tough, to concentrate, but so I will promise you, I will keep my presentation short and crisp, and I hope it will be useful for you. Thank you. Bruce Lee once said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That's the power of focus, that's the power of doing one thing good. I fear the one person who has mastered the art of kicking one single kick. And that is the whole topic that I'm going to talk about, the 4 competencies that we need to have in our business. Friends, I think we are known for our 4 competencies, not for the 100 things that we do. As an advisor, as a planner, or whatever we do, sometimes there is a tendency to get into too many things. But as Kanak introduced me right now, and one of my dear friends also introduced me during the lunch, he identified me as a CFP. The first thing he said, Brijesh, yeah, I know you are a CFP. Now these two are very learning points for me, because probably, people who know me recognize me that my core competency is CFP. That I'm known that I'm a CFP. Now whether this CFP adds to my bottom line or not, whether this CFP is the main business I'm into or not, that's a different thing. But the recognition that goes is that Brijesh is a CFP. This is one thing which strikes. I want to leave you with a thought. What is that one thing in all of us for which we are recognized? What are we? It may not give you the whole lot of revenue, but what is that one thing which sets you apart from the rest of the world? I have a lot of interest in training, and once I was negotiating with one of the AMCs companies around 3 years back. We had a lunch meeting and he asked me, what are the programs that you do? Then, I told him, I can do this program, I can do this program, I can do this program. And then after hearing me patiently for 20 minutes, he asked me one single question. Brijesh, I am not interested in all these programs. Can you please tell me what is one program which you do, which you are the best in India? I will buy that. Still today, that rings in my mind. It made sense. One program can be good in one thing, which is your core competency. So my thought is that identify that one thing that you do best. Nurture it, develop it, market it. Nurture it, develop it, market it. You will reach your objective. For example, can you recognize this face?
Yeah,
Chetan Bhagat. What is his core competency?
Right.
Right. How many of you think that he makes more money by writing than doing other things. His core competency is writing. But I can tell you, he makes more money by doing various programs, being a celebrity, speaking assignments, endorsements, than by writing. But that one thing which he knows, the writing skills, is the means to all the glorious things that he has achieved. Everything else came to him because he wrote well. One thing he knew well was writing. Today he makes more money by many other things, but his core competency remains writing. Think about this. What is our competency? One thing for which the world recognizes. The second point is, again, all of us know this, Sachin Tendulkar. 23 years he has been playing for India, in 24th year. No other cricketer in the world has ever done it. 1 billion people in India fighting for a place in the team. So all of you can now relate to the topic that Sachin Tendulkar still plays for India because he knows how to bat. And needless to say, he doesn't make money by batting or getting paid by BCCI. Am I right? He can play for the next 5 years free for BCCI. He still makes 200 crores every year. But if he doesn't play, the world will forget him in 3 years' time. The point is that, we have to be good in one thing, two things, which is our strength. Not so many things that we try our hands on. Each single day we find that, this product we are not able to sell, that product we are not able to sell. Industry is moving in this direction, industry is moving into that direction. Should I change my business model? As my friend said, business model scorecard. What is your business model? Last year when I was in Bombay in a seminar and conference, a close group of friends, we were talking and we were just discussing about the business market and scenarios and the mutual fund business and the revenue part and all those things. And there was some thought process going on, and some were optimistic and some were pessimistic. But then I asked one of my friends, no, that's all right, I'm going to make money this year, but I want to know, how are you going to make money after 5 years? Because this year will pass. 10% more, 10% less. 20% more, 20% less. This year will pass. Before you can blink your eye, this year will pass. I'm more interested in knowing what are you doing right now which will give you money after 5 years. What is your core competency? So, it is not necessary that what you are doing should pay you. It is very, very important that you need to identify certain things where your strength lies. People will come to you, clients will come to you for that one thing. And then you can cross-sell, you can do so many things, you can get into so many areas. For example, things that we do 5 years before haunt us after 5 years, or is a blessing in disguise after 5 years. For example, for me, I was not a good speaker, not at all. I was not even able to speak English or Hindi, forget about stage anywhere 10 years back. I started this mutual fund or insurance or blah 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 business, and suddenly, because of the things that I did, training exploded. Not many of us may be knowing that today training is a very big business for me. I enjoy giving back to the society, to the industry by training. But training happened to me because my core competency was my own business, financial planning or investment business or wealth management or whatever you call it. So you never know what things you are doing will take you where. It may not be necessary that, for example, somebody here may be a general insurance expert. He may or may not be making more money in general insurance, but because of that expertise, he may be getting many more clients who will give him a tremendous amount of business, which will be much more profitable. The general tendency is that the moment we see that there is revenue in some other business, we try to give more time and more energy in getting that revenue source. And the same thing which resulted in our success, the things that we used to do, we stopped doing that. We stopped focusing on claims of general insurance. We stopped going for that 10,000 rupees renewal premium check, and that client will lose very slowly in the next 2 years. The point I'm trying to make is that the core competency is the key to our business. All of you know, and we will agree, that Calcutta Chartered Accountants, most of them, do not make money by handling individual files. Am I right?
Yes.
They make money by many other sources, big time money, because they have the clients because of those files, who pay them 5,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees